Today I'm showing you refreshing drinks, and I'm starting with this delicious strawberry horchata. Here we go. So I have a cup of long grain rice, and what I'm going to do is rinse this in cold water. Now what I'm going to do is just fill up a cup with 3 cups of room temperature cold water. And this is what I'm going to be soaking the rinsed rice in. So rice is going into this measuring cup. You can put this in a bowl with a lid, use whatever. And now I'm going to add 1 cinnamon stick. I like to sort of break it in half as it soaks. And you are going to soak the rice until it softens and it easily breaks. It's going to be several hours in the fridge. Okay, so I'm going to clean my strawberries because I am using 1 pound of fresh strawberries. I have cold water. I'm going to add some vinegar. And this is pretty much what I do with all of my produce from the store, veggies and fruit. And I soak it for about 10 to 15 minutes in the vinegar water mix. Then just drain that out and rinse very well. And that's how I clean my fruit and veggies. Let me know how you do that in the comment section. Okay, so what I'm going to do is while everything is still soaking, I'm going to prep these strawberries. Just remove the stems, and I'm just going to cut that out. And eventually I'm just going to cut these in half and put them in my blender cup. I'm going to just reserve 2 or 3 of these for garnish. Okay, so the rice should be ready. Let me show you. If you can take the rice grain and break it with your fingernail just like that in half, it's ready. It's soft enough. Okay, all of this is going into my blender cup, water, rice, and I'm really pushing the boundaries and limits of this blender cup. But I'm going to add everything together, and I'm also going to add like a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And I'm going to sweeten this with sweetened condensed milk. And I'm going to use the entire can. It's a 14-ounce can. You can add that to taste. Now, puree very well. After the puree, you'll want to strain that into your pitcher. I also want to mention, not everyone's blender is the same. So my Vitamix does the job really well, but you might have to do this a couple of times. Okay, so now I'm going in with 12 ounces of evaporated milk. You could skip the extra milk and just add water, but I like it creamy. And now lots of ice. Here you'll want to give it a mix, give it a taste, add more ice. If you want it sweeter, add extra sugar or sweetened condensed milk, garnish, and serve. This is so creamy and delicious and refreshing for this hot weather. This recipe can definitely be doubled or tripled, quadrupled for a larger party or family gathering. It's so refreshing. Okay, let me show you another one. So here I'm working with some fresh cantaloupe. I'm making a small batch. I'm going to be using almond milk unsweetened. Use the brand you like. I'm going to sweeten with some stevia here. So I have the cantaloupe going in. And I'm going to use maybe like 2 cups of this unsweetened almond milk. I'm also going to add a dash of ground cinnamon, probably like a 1/4 teaspoon or just a dash. And that stevia, you could just add sugar if you need to sweeten it. And I'm going to add my vanilla extract. Then you'll want to puree well, and it smells so good. I love fresh cantaloupe in a drink, and pour over ice. And this drink is another creamy, refreshing fruit drink that is so good, and it stays in rotation in my house. Let me show you something else that is fresh and refreshing all at the same time. Agua fresca de pepino. I took 1 cucumber, it's like a medium to large, and lime. This lime was not very juicy, so I'm using the whole thing. I just removed all of the pith and skin. So it's going into my blender cup. I'm also going to add 4 cups or 1 quart of water. Actually, I think I'm adding like a liter of water, but you know, a quart works. Now, sugar to your preference. I'm starting with a 1/3 cup and a pinch of Celtic sea salt or whatever salt you have. And now I'm just going to cover that up, and I'm going to blend and puree well. If you want it sweeter, then you can add a 1/2 cup of sugar. It really is up to you. Pour over ice, and you have a refreshing spring and summer drink. I've been making this a lot lately, by the way. So 3 drinks to help you stay cool and refreshed for the summer. So good.